The first few days of the virtual module were both demanding and exciting.
I was quite impressed with the quality of the online facility.
I think I had this impression it was just going to be another Zoom call, and quite the contrary. It was really powerful how it connected us.
Well, as a living group, we were meeting virtually over the past 3 weeks, so we were all excited to get to know each other on a more personal level.
Although I never had face-to-face interaction with anyone, I felt that I knew most of them.
I think the first few days were a whole mix of emotions: invigorating, relief, promising, exciting, nerve-wracking, but best of all, it's just great to be here.
Learning at HBS is like drinking from a fire hose. That's an understatement. It's like drinking from a fire hose while you are on a high-speed chase is more like it.
The pace is very high, and we increase the pace even more by adding parties and fun to the program, so it is very intense.
The learning experience and the workload are definitely immersive and fast-paced.
And overwhelming in the beginning. It's just an avalanche of information.
This kind of experience push your own limits to a place where you can feel a fast internal growth happening.
As you know, we got to explore who we are as leaders, explore global and market trends through case discussions with others and in the cohort and with faculty. I loved all of the professors, and not just for the wealth of insight that they shared, but for their passion and their sense of humor.
I would say all the classes, there's always a lot of joy and laughing.
Cynthia is a woman leader. I think she carries her leadership of the AMP program with such power and authority, but also with such grace and humility.
I'd like to zero in on Professor Krishna Palepu. His vast exposure and numerous pieces of literature written on general management have made Professor Palepu not only an expert, but a thought leader in his field.
Professor Youngmi brought a lot of herself to the class. She would always take time at the start of the class to check on how we were feeling, and she would share how she was feeling since she's not a morning person.
And Professor Tushman gave us an amazing framework to allocate the problems we have and the work to be done.
Professor Hall, by taking his class, you're actually increasing your own market value, and I think that fits well with the AMP experience.
Professor Kester, I don't know you could find a professor take a more complicated topic and make it clear.
Rohit, he entered with this great booming voice of either good morning or afternoon, and then set us off on a journey of understanding how to bring complex issues and work through that.
Professor Insidi, he teaches digital transformation. What he's really good at is that he teaches it in the way that non-technology people understands about it.
Nancy, she celebrates that she is unlike any others here, being a historian. As I look back, many of the nuggets that are closest in my mind are from her classes.
Classes of Professor Rossini have been incredibly valuable to me, as he really provided us with a good overview of the development worldwide. And I love his question, so what is the problemo?
Tony's classes were great additions to the coursework. What Tony talked through us with the in-group and the out-group model and the cautionary tales about taking a homogenous approach, I think they were really beneficial for the modern context. And then I think his second session with the Heidi Rosen session, it generated enthusiastic debate before, during and after the class. Having sessions like this and getting us to challenge our thinking, everyone benefits from it.
Given the state of the world today, Professor Trumbull's classes were an important addition to the program. We explored two businesses that saw the climate change challenge as an opportunity. The addition of this class really made the program more relevant to what industries are facing today. These topics are key to addressing those challenges. Personal case really allowed me to explore my purpose and to better define how I bring value to an organization.
The special part is how I think HBS has taken us through that first step.
The whole objective of the personal case is not just looking at organizational renewal, but it's looking at personal renewal as a leader.
I think it's a nice bridge, I would say, between what Harvard teaches and what you want to bring back after you go back.
The personal case has been a great way for me to translate the learnings into reflection first and after into action.
It helped me identify solutions that would combine organization, incentive, process, and behavioral transformation, which made me confident that this can be the magic pill we are waiting for to unleash our company's potential.
I think the living good experience is hard to explain, so it's something that you need to live.
Gives you a sense of family, and we are the core to the program.
The quality of the candidates that made up the living group is what contributed to my learning.
The diverse background also really ensures a lively discussion, and we all appreciate the option of agreeing not to agree.
We encouraged, we laughed, we learned, and together I think we will be able to share these memories for life.
We left all our egos out the door and we came in here with open-mindedness and with humility to learn.
Really, truly became great friends first. In a short amount of time to develop these type of friendships, that's pretty unique, and also something I think is unique to Harvard Business School and the AMP program.
There's so many laughs, whether they be in class, they be at spin classes, finding Ubers late at night, across our learning group, debating whether we can eat any more salmon at the buffet. But I think overall the human connection was what reminded us why it's great to do these things physically and not virtually.
We have 2 Marines in the group with us, and they do a real live boot camp.
During one of our classes with Professor Youngmi Moon, half the class had organized a flash mob to Michael Jackson's Beat It.
Okay. I'm not opposed to what happened, but I'm very confused.
Professor Tushman made a rule that if you were late in class, you would have to sing the national anthem. So I think that took care of the stragglers. From that day on, everybody was on time for class.
The top fun experience for me in that would be having attended a Korean barbecue.
Every Thursday, we experience the best food in town from our own countries. For example, in this 5 weeks, we covered Spanish food, Japanese, Italian, Arab, and American. So that really helped to have fun.
The AMP is about life and love, about self-honesty and becoming a better leader and person.
HBS and AMP has done a great job of kind of eliminating obstacles for us to learn.
The quality of the engagement in the classes and the different perspectives has been where the learning has come from.
Listening to shared experiences, that really is what I feel contributed the most to my learning.
With no previous interaction, we were able to connect very quickly.
Quality and level of faculty, that's the core asset of Harvard. That's why AMP is so different from others.
They preach integration and congruence with your strategy, and they model that.
I realized how important is linking everything we do in our leadership journey with a meaningful purpose. So to really have to impact and leave a legacy that makes this world a better place.
We joke around and say that we live in this artificial world of perfection. It creates a learning zone that really hone in on understanding the content and understanding yourself better. So I'm going to miss that, but in saying that, I'm super grateful for the 5 weeks that I would have had at the end of this program.
The AMP has been the right program at the right time for me, and I feel privileged that I had the opportunity to participate.
It's been an invaluable opportunity. I will go forth feeling that I am part of the Harvard Business School network to make this experience one that is invaluable to all of us.
I'm going to miss the faculty. I think that just the engagement and the learning environment for me has been such an incredible experience.
Harvard is about creating leaders who change the world, and I think I feel empowered in a way that I didn't before.
Definitely going to miss my living group.
You used to say that we feel each other as our friends more than colleagues, and I think these fellows will be there, forever.
In business, we meet many interesting people since we have a purpose. But in case of AMP, I think this is one place that people is not driven by the business purpose. but they're kind of voluntary coming that they want to learn from the people, the environment and opportunity to learn. I'm gonna miss all of them. So I think this is a once in a lifetime experiment. So, I will never forget about it.